not a god, I am Hunkpain!
What's good, YouTube, and welcome to Tano. In this video I will show you how to mod your Incarnon Kunai for level 9999, or known as the level cap in Warframe. Let's go.
Yo, stay focused, man's on a mission. Wavy like the ocean, ain't got time for inhibition. Eyes on a prize, lock it in your vision. Straight up, man, that's gotta make a decision. Stay focused, man, I gotta go. Can't be going backwards, I can't be going slow. Gotta take the lead and I gotta steal the show. It's a straight up madness, you know how we roll. Straight up madness, you know how we roll. Yeah, man, I gotta stay focused. In the dance I'm zoning. Back then they didn't take notice, so on job deserve a bonus. Cut so many bars, no folders. Chopping it up with the orders. On the ones and twos on mic controlling. Yeah, I got a gal going crazy, and the man them on 1-2. Don't know about you, but man need a drink, I make it free. Thought I was gonna say 2, but the rave looking like a zoo. Gotta finish what I started, cause that's the way we do. Stay focused, man, I gotta go. Can't be going backwards, I can't be going slow. Gotta take the lead and I gotta steal the show. It's a straight up madness, you know how we roll. Straight up madness, you know how we roll.
Starting first with the Incarnon evolutions. First evolution, headshots will charge your Incarnon meter, and then the button on the mouse wheel to activate the Incarnon form. What will happen? Projectiles seek headshots and have increased multi-shot. This is really good. Evolution 2, swift conclusion. Evolution 3, extended volley. Evolution 4, death trap trigger. And this one is really important, as on equip from primary, increase base critical chance by 40%, increase base critical damage multiplier by 1.4 seconds. That's very important to know, so you switch between your secondary and primary to get the death trap trigger. And now for the moddings. First, Ornate Strike, additive damage. I use it mainly when I'm fighting Thrax, but the build, the way it is right now, it can kill any enemy, Greeneer, Corrupted, Infested, whatever it is. But for the sake of more damage and scale of damage, I would highly recommend you use a multiplicative faction mode. Primed Expel Corpus if you fight in Corpus, Greeneer, Orokin aka Corrupted so you don't get confused in there, Infested, and so on. Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, and more kills, more multi-shot. Primed Convulsion for electricity, there you go. Pistol Pestilence for 60-60, Toxin and statue chance. Creeping Bullseye for critical chance and minus fire rate. Galvanized Diffusion for statue chance and direct damage per statue type affecting the target. Alright. Lethal Turret for fire rate and multi-shot. Primed Target Cracker for critical damage. And Primed Pistol ammo mutation. Very good to have. Secondary Deadhead. Precision headshot kill will give you 120%. 3 times 360% for 24 seconds. That's really good, especially on the cascade, so you move from spot to spot. And worry not, I will show you in this video different arcanes and how you can twist the build a bit here and there. Now, the build weapon will be built with corrosive, electricity, and toxin. That leads us to the Archon shards. 2 Emerald Archon shards to push the stacks from 10, 80% armor strip to 14 stacks, 100% armor strip. Rest of the Archon shards, totally up to you, whatever you want to use. For the helmet ability, we're going to be using Nourish to proc viral and give us some energy here and there and stuff like that. So, in conclusion, we're going to get the corrosive and armor strip from our weapon, so we don't rely on any helmet ability to armor strip like Thorough Strike, Pillage, or Terrify. And no Focus School like Unairo to do so as well. So the weapon itself can armor strip thanks to the Emerald Archon shards. The viral proc will be from the Nourish for the HP against the Thrax or any other enemies. And remember, viral doesn't affect the Overguard. But if you don't like this style of armor stripping and using Nourish and so on, I will leave you this picture right here. It's made by me, like how you can flip that around, like a picture of it, download on your PC. Trust me, it's like a lot of knowledge in there. All right, helps you a lot. Now, for a Warframe, you can apply what I'm gonna say now on any Warframe you want. Pistol Amp on the Aura, any Warframe. Arcane Precision, any Warframe. On Headshot, 300% damage for 18 seconds on secondary weapon. Easy. Arcane Velocity on critical hit, 90% chance for 120% fire rate for pistols for 9 seconds. Easy. Vigorous Swap when you swap between weapons, and that's what you're gonna be doing. Because we got the evolution number 4. Remember when you switch between primary? Okay, if you skip to this part, you will not know what I'm talking about. 165% damage for 3 seconds. And this is the build for Revenant that I use, but totally up to you if you want to. Now, when I go like Vord Cascade, I really like to use Madurai. Why I use Madurai? But first, what amp I use? I use amp 177, okay? Raplak Prism, Certus Braid, and Propa Scaffold. Now, Madurai because the Void Strike, right here. Void Strike, what it does exactly, it will deplete all your energy and will give you 1000% damage. And when your energy is depleted, Eternal Onslaught will be triggered for 180% critical chance. Now, if Void Strike on cooldown, Contamination Wave, which is the second ability, will come to play. Now, Contamination Wave, if you spam it enough, with a delay of 1 second before the last spam, it will trigger Eternal Onslaught as well. And Eternal Eradicate will be our secondary arcane on the amp, and you're good to go for 60% damage. Now, for the companions, there is a lot of options, but let's say you don't want to use Revenant, so I would highly recommend you use this Worm build. It will give you critical damage and fire rate. It will give you crowd dispersion for crowd control. It's really good stuff in here, okay? And this is the Volclock weapon build for it. This Vigilante set for primary, 105 critical chance for Tenacious Bond to be active. Now, if you want more like pulling enemies, so you don't use Pool or Larva as a helmet ability, use Nautilus. Cordon will pull enemies, Manifold Bond will pull more enemies. Now, the only, let's say, abilities of Companions Manifold Bond doesn't affect is Ghost from Shade and Negate from Worm that I just showed you right now. Volclock, the same build. Now, if you want to proc viral, this is the Panzer Paphyla. And mainly you'll be focusing on what I'm showing you now. If you paid attention to that picture I showed you earlier, so you'll be eager to see a Panzer Paphyla build up, okay? And if you want to get more Steel Essence, more loot, you got the Smita Kavat, the build how to get Smita Kavat and all the stuff on the channel. And now let's test this weapon against level 225 Thrax Centurion Steel Path Edition on Simulacrum. There is nothing to prove in here, the weapon already capped. Let's go, activating Nourish for the viral, and remember viral doesn't affect the Overguard. Now activating the Incarnon form, and look at that, really powerful weapon. I mean, I would recommend it, let's say 6 out of 10. It's good, it's awesome, it did level cap, but I feel there is better options that you can go for. But if you really love the weapon, build it with Hank, guarantees the build, no problem. Alright, that's why I cap and I take these weapons to level cap, so you can actually decide based on the weapon performance or level cap to build it or not. That's totally up to you. That guy is armor stripped, activating Nourish. There you go. And it's good. It's really good. And now if you don't want to use the secondary Deadhead, you can switch that to the secondary Encumber, and let's check that how it performs against these Thrax Centurions, activating Nourish. Let's go. Headshots to fill the Incarnon meter. And then Incarnon form active. Look at that. Now, the good thing about the secondary Encumber after the status rework, it benefits from all the status, especially Magnetic against the Thrax Centurions, as Magnetic affects the Overguard very good. Now, if you don't want to use the secondary Encumber, of course, you can use the secondary Mercilise. It's really good if you're going against Survival or something like that. Now, secondary Fortifier is really amazing as well, as it will gain 1 Overguard for every 100 damage dealt to an enemy Overguard, caps at 15,000, and deals 8-time multiplier extra damage to Overguard, and makes it really deadly against the Thrax Centurions. Check this out. Overguard gone. Check this one. Boom. Gone. Like that. One shot on the Overguard. I mean, 8-time multiplier in Warframe, that's no joke. Activating the Incarnon form. Let's check this guy. And the thing is, when you use the fortifier, I don't see like there is a lot of like reduce in the damage, which is very kind of weird to me, to be honest. And now let's say if you want to switch the weapon from broken corrosive to something else, you have the pestilence here and the convulsion. If you want to switch it to viral, you switch convulsion with let's say cold, and you're good to go. That's viral, and so on and so on. You keep experimenting with the elements, mixing up. But my favorite one against the Thrax Centurions, I will stick to using the secondary Deadhead. Good. Okay, guys, and I want to say thank you so much for all your amazing support. By this, we reached the end of the video. Special thanks to every channel supported me from the day one I started. Join our Discord link in the description. If you want to see more from my channel, hit the like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to get a notification when I release a video. Check the channel, there is tons of videos in there you may like, and I will see you guys next time.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Hunkpain.